Good afternoon, Dodgers. Happy Saturday. It's May 2nd. I hope you're all doing really well. I'm going to change things up a little bit with my videos here. I'm going to use some of the principles formats and use capture technology to basically provide you with a presentation that you can digest either through a PDF in an email or through this video. So this video is probably going to be just a hair longer, but we're going to get more content in, which of course I hope you'll find very helpful. So for starters, I just want to talk to you a little bit about some updates that we have from the state. No doubt you're following this information yourself, but I want to make it very clear the curve is flattening, so keep up the great social distancing work. The bottom line is that we cannot really reintroduce society, though, until we have this thing firmly under control. And we are really all waiting on the governor. There's not really any lead information prior to those presentations that he gives. So if you watch his presentations, then you know what's going on. So we don't have any guidance, though, regarding schools, like zero guidance. So superintendents are taking it upon ourselves to get together and to conceptualize what a return to school and a new normal might look like. I have to say, I think it's unlikely that we're going to get back to any kind of school in person this current school year. I'm hopeful that there are some opportunities for social distancing events at the end of the year, such as graduation and promotion, and I'm advocating for that. But in the meantime, we are really thinking very strongly about what we need to do for next year, which brings me to my next slide, which is about what our priorities are. So as a district, our first and foremost priority is to make sure that we are supporting you and your students in remote instruction. So our standards of practice are up. If you haven't reviewed them, please do. We also sent out a remote learning survey to all parents. Please fill out one per child. They're anonymous surveys, and you can complete one for each child. We really want to see that information because we want to be able to adjust and make sure that we're doing everything that we possibly can. And I also just want to take a note that we do support all the fun factor elements that everyone's doing. If you don't know what I'm talking about, an example is the MJS trivia nights that have been going on. So I give you a little link here if you want to see a real fun video. There's also really great shout outs to all the emergency workers and the essential workers in our community within that video. But I support these fun activities, even though they are not directly related specifically to instruction, because they are great for our community and for our morale, and they're a great way for all of us to come together in this very difficult time. So congrats to all the teachers who are doing this above and beyond stuff, and let's just keep up the great work, both instructionally and for all these climate initiatives too. So we also have to close out this school year. It is a normal school year, and we still have end of year business. So we're currently working on what elementary report cards will look like, but junior school and high school report cards will be similar. And we have hiring processes that we're just doing everything virtually. So for 2021, the budget was presented earlier this week, so you can see that presentation via this link. State aid cuts are probably going to come across, and we're probably going to have to deal with those. So we have some plans for ways to hopefully make cuts without having to impact programs or impact staff members very much. So we're gonna see what we can pull off. In the meantime, we're just putting faith in our leaders at the state level that we're going to come up with cohesive plans that prevent too much economic pain while prioritizing everyone's health. And like I said, we're collaborating with superintendents to figure out what this new normal looks like. So some updates in the district. If you didn't hear, it's Teacher Appreciation Week. It's also School Nurse Appreciation Day on Wednesday. So please, if you haven't done so, please send out a thank you to all your teachers and your nurses. They are great people and they're doing a great job right now. There's a few additional dates here. Super Coffee on Wednesday. We've got a seminar for the emotional needs, supporting the emotional needs of students on the Thursday. So if I think I recommend going to these sessions. I've gone to one myself with my wife. It was very informative from a parent perspective. And the reality is parenting's hard for anybody. It doesn't matter whether you're an educator or not. So these sessions are designed to make sure that you feel supported in supporting your students' emotional needs. Board of Ed meetings coming up, obviously. So all these will be reflected on the website. And a wellness tip. Just want to throw out some resources here for those of you, if any of you were interested in music during this time. Now, there's never been a better time to become a musician. It's never been easier. And quite frankly, it's never been more fun. Most of these apps are really game-based. So now when you learn an instrument, it feels more like learning a video game. So there's really no reason to not learn an instrument. I recommend a couple recommendations for someone who managed to somehow or another, I still don't know how, taught myself how to play guitar. But some things that worked for me were pick an instrument that you can access readily. So a guitar works great, ukulele works great, a small keyboard works great too. Pick an app. Musician is what my family has been using, and it's really fun, game-based. It's kind of expensive, but it works really well. Even if you just play Rock Band or Guitar Hero, though, those are like they're really good for music orientation and your sense of meter, and you can really get a sense of what it's like to play music. And then I would say set a performance goal. Plan to perform a song for your kids or your wife or your significant other or your loved ones or your church, or play at an open mic night or something like that. When you have a performance goal, it's more motivating to actually do the work to play and play every day. And if you do that, you'd be surprised at how quick you can learn and pick up some stuff on any instrument. So, and I share this because music has been a huge part of my wellness. It's a big part of our family. We got music on all the time. My wife is a musician too, and we're raising our kids to do the same. So I thoroughly recommend that you give it a whirl. And then finally, I just want to throw out a whole bunch of thank yous. So I've been kind of holding back on specifically naming too many organizations because I don't want to leave people out. But what I want to do with this is actually have kind of a running list of groups that deserve some gratitude. So you can see we've got all of our educators in our district. We've got all of our Madison essential workers and emergency workers we're so grateful for. And then I give a shout out to a few community efforts here. The partnership to deliver groceries to families in need, Flag, the Madison Senior Shopping Network. There's an effort right now on GoFundMe to get gift cards through the Chamber of Commerce to teachers. There's Teacher Appreciation Week. Madison Rotary is doing a lot. Tri-Town Cares, if you haven't heard of, has tons of wellness and mental health resources. And of course, all of you as Madisonians and all the great things that you do in keeping this curve flat so that we can continue forward safely. So thank you for all the work that you're doing. Thank you for all your support for the schools. If you need anything, please reach out to your teacher and your principal first. And if you need anything from central office that goes beyond them, by all means, please reach out to us at the Board of Education. And I look forward to seeing you all at some sort of an event sometime soon. I hope you take advantage of the free time to get more involved, come to the board meetings, State of the Schools address, which is coming up, the superintendent coffee. Get out there. We'd love to hear from you. And I just hope that you're all very, very well. Have a great day. Get outside, get some sun and some vitamin D in that body, and I'll talk to you next week.